How's it going? I suppose it's all dickered to get the sun in your eyes. Where is that even coming from? Right there? Okay, well, good morning, good afternoon, or whatever. Hello, I'm back. And I didn't take a pause, but my computer did. So maybe that's why I was having such an issue there operating the machine. But it's fine. It's fine now because was it last week? Sometime last week, anyway, I turned the machine on and sat in front of there, and I might have played one video from Johnny B. Good, and I think I was watching One Pug Life or something, and then shortly right after that, the whole thing went po. I was like, really? Is there like a power failure going on? Because like I was literally in the dark, so I didn't know what happened here. So it turns out that the breaker, for the main breaker of the house, the main breaker, can you imagine? Anyway, the main breaker popped, and I said, like really? Like, what was I doing here? The computer is on. That's it. I got two screens and one computer running. So, what? So I went down, and I looked, and sure enough, the breaker was flagged. So I said, okay, well, before I turn that back on, let's figure out why. And so I came back, and I looked everything over. I unplugged the computer because that was the last thing that was on. Went back down, turned the breaker back on, and stepped back to the room, and the lights were on. So I said, okay, it's back up. Now, why did that breaker pop? It's like certainly not overloading the circuit, because it's a isolated circuit that I have for the computer. Anyway, I plugged the computer back in, and that was it. Like, you know, no lights on, nothing. It's like, really? Like, for real? The machine's was only 8 months old there at the latest. So anyway, okay, whatever. I didn't have much free time because last week's schedule was scheduled every day to work. So, and when I was off, well, they were closed, and while I was at work, they were open. So, you know, I couldn't do anything to save my life, really. So yesterday was my first day off. So we went down to where we purchased it, and they said, yeah, no problem, just leave it here. And I said, well, you want me to leave or you want me to stick around? Is because I don't know what I should be doing with this there. So they checked out the paperwork, said, yeah. He said, we kind of figured you were covered anyway because it hasn't been this long ago, blah blah blah. Okay, right on. So they took it in the back. I followed them in there, and then they checked it out, and they said, yeah, it's completely messed up. At least your power supply is, anyway. But they didn't know whether, like, when the power supply went, if it took something else with it, like either the video card or the sound card or any other component. Although I had went over I had opened the cover and the thing, and I had looked it over, but there was no evidence, you know, like a messed up capacitor or something, right? And he checked it over again, and he said the only thing is that your power supply is not putting out. So what's the use of keeping something that doesn't put out, right? So I said, okay, no, never mind. So he went in the front, and he grabbed another power supply off the shelf, like a new one. I like those kind. And he had to check in there with the boss there to see what he said, and he got all approved and everything.